What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Hey, I'm back, backity, 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 back. I'm back, y'all. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday on this Good Talk Back Tuesday. Good morning, Jeremy Blackberry. What do you do? Amazing morning to you. Great morning to everybody locked in on YouTube. Brenda, amazing morning to you. I'm backity, backity, back. I'm back. Hey, I'm back. Hey, I'm back. Hey, I'm back. Hey. All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm so excited to be back, y'all. I know I got to take these glasses off because of the glare. Amazing morning to you. Happy Tuesday. Thank you, Blackberry. Felicia is her name. And she'll be tucked away again soon, okay? Good morning, Miss Joy. Amazing morning to you. Danny, great morning to you. I have missed me some y'all. I have. And I'm so ready to jam out this morning. I got some good news for y'all. I think we're gonna go extra long today. Renee. Hey, boo. I think we're going long today, y'all. Might be going into the 9 o'clock hour this morning. It's looking very promising because it's halfway. We halfway there, halfway in our 30 days, our 30-day commitment. Today is actually day 15. Oh, excuse me. Amazing morning to everybody locked in on Rhema Sound Radio. Amazing morning to you. Hey, listen, just text me 843-580-6550. Text me, let me know who's on the line. Good morning, Miss Annette. Good morning, Quiet. Amazing morning to you. Listen, if you're locked in on Rhema Sound Radio, I'm excited to know who's locked in this morning and on YouTube. Y'all drop me some comments. Your girl is live this morning. I'm so live. And I have my, I take this off because they put my name and things on it. I got my tea. Yes, it's a large cup again today, Miss Annette, but I needed my tea. Tea. Okay, coming off a weekend, no Winnie on Monday. Yes, give it 9 a.m. hour. Here we come. Lolita, amazing morning to you. I know. I was like, dang, Cheryl, great morning to you. I was like, dang, coming off the weekend, because I got to tell y'all what happened yesterday. I do. I got to tell y'all what happened yesterday. Jeremiah, you on my list to call today too, sir. I'm going to call you because I need that information. I need to know when I need to get on this Goodyear flight, okay? Amazing one, because you're graduating soon. I'm so excited. Congratulations, Jeremiah. I'm so excited. He is actually the very first, he is actually the first student I've had as a youth pastor that's graduating from college. Yes, he is. Yes. And I'm so excited. For you. Congratulations, Jeremiah. But get me my information so I can celebrate. How about that? Okay. I'm so excited this morning. I do have to tell y'all what happened yesterday. Amazing. It was so good. Okay. First, let me just go ahead and get the preliminaries out the way. Y'all already know what to do. I'm shareable in these streets. I'm shareable. Make sure you share me on all your platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I got to do something. Y'all share me. Y'all stand by real quick as I do something. Because I was like, I got to do something. And then I started doing something and then say stand by. Miss Darlene, amazing morning to you. Listen, let me tell y'all this. I am so pumped and so excited. Pastor Gillum, good morning to you. I am so excited to be back. I have missed y'all. I really have. Good morning, Miss Gail. I'm doing, my shout outs really quick and all that good stuff. But I really have, I've missed y'all. I actually, hold on, stand by. Let me do this real quick, because I'm the person that can barely do something. Let me not say that, because I can't do two things at one time. But I like to focus when I do my stuff. You know what I mean? Good morning. Amazing morning. Who I miss? Miss Darlene, Pastor Gillum, Miss Gail. Amazing morning to you. What was I saying? Oh, so yesterday. Well, y'all know we in our we are in our 30 days commitment. 30-day commitment. And yesterday was, Jay Chantel, good morning to you. Thank you so much for locking in this morning. Good morning, Shalina. Amazing morning to you. Miss Margaret, amazing morning. Doing my shout outs and things this morning, telling everybody good morning first before we get into this. I will go ahead and tell y'all again, I'm shareable in these streets. Y'all already know what to do. And especially for those of you who are listening on Rhema Sound Radio, if you are not, thank you for sharing. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, listen, I need you to go ahead and do that, because this content is about to get ridiculously disrespectful in these streets, okay? It really is. I got to give y'all a couple of brief preliminaries. First, I want to tell you, if y'all didn't see my post, I think I put it on my story, but I will post it on my page today. I'm so excited that I will be in Atlanta this weekend speaking to a group of ladies in the fitting room. And I'll post the details and all of that, so you'll have my information. So for all of you who are connected with me from Atlanta or in the Atlanta area, or will be in the Atlanta area this weekend, come hang out with me in person. I would love to see you. I really, really would. Anywho, let's get into this. We're into our 30-day. We made our 30-day commitment. Today is day 15. Celebrate good times. Come on. Do, 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 do. Ooh. Y'all should be celebrating. I am definitely celebrating. These last 15 days, let me tell you something, have been a time where I straight up was like, first of all, what's really good? What's going on? Secondly, I've been very excited because my conversation with God has been more appreciation than anything. Let me tell you why. Let me break this thing down to you. I'm Brenda. Amazing morning to you, Mr. Page. Well, good morning to you, handsome sir. Amazing morning. Let me tell you, that man right there. Good morning, Mr. Page. Anywho, we made the commitment to not allow dark moments to get us, made the commitment to not allow anything to overwhelm us to get into a dark place, and to just be better, period. You know what I mean? So good morning, Miss Marsha. So throughout these 30 days, we're now on day 15, I have definitely had a posture of appreciation to God, thanking him, because let me just tell y'all something. God is, number one, he's amazing. We know that, hands down. I will always remind y'all of that. The time that I have taken over this last 15 days personally, yes, I'm praying for y'all. I'm right here with y'all, rooting for y'all, all of that. The time that I've taken personally to get to know myself a little better in who I am in God and how God designed me, not only puts me in a posture of appreciation for God, but I believe that God has poured out his appreciation on me for taking out this time. I've seen areas of elevation in my life. I mean, I have gotten clarity in areas that I was like, hold it now, what is going on? And what does this mean? God has given me such clarity. God has shown me different areas of authority that I have and what authority is. And God has definitely, y'all, shown me how to handle the influence that I have and the platforms that I have. So I'm so excited about it. Yesterday, I got my tissues on deck, because as y'all can hear, my voice is starting to crack a little bit. So y'all stick with me, okay? It's going to be a morning, but it's all good. We're going to do this together. First of all, y'all gonna interact with me today, because Elena, great morning to you. It's Talk Back Tuesday. I need y'all to talk back to me. So drop me something in the comment section, some hearts or something, and let me know that you are on this 30 days. You're excited about your 30 days. You're so pumped about your 30 days. Your 30 days is where it's at and all of that good stuff. Y'all gonna drop something in these comments and talk back to me on this good here Tuesday, okay? Because it's Talk Back Tuesday and I already feel it. I feel like I'm going to be, doing a lot of talking. I see y'all dropping y'all hearts and think, come on, keep it going. Yes, I love it. I absolutely love it. As I take a sip, stand back. All right. Yesterday, y'all already know I got to laugh and all that, take a sip to kind of keep my tears from flowing. Yesterday, what had happened was I I'm so glad your 30 days is amazing. I really am. And I'm so excited. Yes, I am on 8 trillion. I'm so excited that you are getting your desired results, or you're getting, positive results. Cause some people I did get messages from was like, I really don't know what to expect of this 30 days other than me being better. And let me tell you something. You being better is a specific request from God. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. I'm gonna tell y'all about being specific and all that good stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all a bunch of stuff, okay? Yesterday, I was in my time of meditation, my prayer, doing my morning regimen. I have meditation, I have prayer, I have my devotion time. I have my straight up time where it's me and God, period. Ain't nobody getting in that. I ain't taking no phone calls. I ain't looking at no text messages. I'm not on social media, none of that stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm not here for it. I'm here for God. Okay. That's where I am in that moment of dedicated time. Well, yesterday, with all intention of getting up to come and do the show, here I am. I done got caught up. I got all the way caught up in my meditation and my time of prayer. And yesterday, if you saw my post, I put all work isn't hard work. Sometimes it's heart. And what the Spirit of the Lord said to me yesterday was, I've been having conversations with God about how sometimes things can be hard. And one scripture that was placed in my spirit yesterday is, where your heart is, that's where your treasure will be also. And I believe I'm quoting that correctly. Let me make sure. Let me pull up my Bible. Yep. I did. I wanted to make sure I was correct in this. I'm bringing up my Bible real quick. And it's Matthew 6:21. And it says, for where your treasure is, I said it backwards. Where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be also. I had it, backwards. Matthew 6:21. And yesterday during my time of meditation, I took some time out and I'm like, hold on. Where is my heart and what is the condition of my heart? Sometimes y'all, and I'm encouraging y'all in this because we on our 30 days, and I told y'all we're going to work on, emotional intelligence. We're going to work on emotional placement. We're going to work on where you're supposed to be emotionally, when you're supposed to be emotionally present and absent, okay? Because some people think you don't need to be emotionally absent, and sometimes you just do, period. We're going to have that conversation. Anywho, I'm in my time of meditation, and that's the scripture that God dropped in my spirit, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, okay, hold on. Winnie, what is the condition of your heart and where are you? Now, I love people straight up and down. I love God's people. I don't have time for the things that's not of God, like about God's people and all that good stuff, because at the beginning of the year, God told me to be about his business. When I'm about his business, God is about my business. And because I am about his business, I can expect him to massively manifest in my business. Period. Okay. And I'm not just talking about my branded business. I'm talking about my whole life. Okay. Because my business is my entire life, and God knows that. So as I'm reading Matthew 6:21 in my time of meditation yesterday, I started thinking like, there are areas in my life that I've been working so hard at. And there are areas that I've been having conversation with God about, like, why does this work seem so hard? And the reason the work seems so hard sometimes, y'all, is because of the condition of our heart. Some of us have unforgiveness that we've allowed to reside in our heart. Some of us have, I'm not going to sing the song because I was close to it. Some of us have not just unforgiveness, but we just straight up have hate. You just got ill feelings and things that's embedded in your heart that you haven't let go. And you are working yourself hard thinking that you're advancing in certain areas. But because your heart is just straight up dirty, you're not advancing in areas. So you're working hard. You're seeing it as you working hard when in fact, your heart is contaminated and it needs a cleansing. Period. Yesterday, God showed me an area where, and don't judge me, okay? Let me be very clear. Let me be very clear. I'm here to encourage, motivate, inspire, infuse with hope, empower. I'm going to do it through transparency and scriptural support. So if you got a problem with my transparency or you want to judge me, because I'm going to tell you what God told me judgment is too. If you want to judge me, you can go about your business because I don't have time for it. I'm just here. I'm just here to tell you that and report the good news, okay? Yesterday, during my time of meditation, God showed me an area of my heart that I needed to get clean. I needed to clean up. I needed to get right in because I was looking at it as, dog, I'm working so hard. Like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm getting it in. Y'all done heard that before? You done said that to yourself before? Like, oh, I'm about to go in and work hard. I'm about to get it in. But because your heart ain't clean, you're going to continuously work hard. See, my heart, my treasure is where my heart is. And if I don't know where my heart is, how do I know where my treasure is? And if I don't know where my treasure is, how do I know what conversation to have with God? And if I don't know what conversation to have with God, how do I know what to ask him for? And if I don't know what to ask him for, how do I know what to expect? I don't. And I won't get results. Period. I can expect to be in the same place. I can expect to be stagnant. I can expect to be not moving. You know, I can just expect to be in the same spot, period, because I don't know the condition of my heart. I don't know what my heart is. I don't know what my treasure is. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be asking God for. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to request. I just don't know. So yesterday, y'all, I was in like a fetal position. You know, I really was. I was crying out to God. Here I am at my altar. I've gotten to a place of repentance and a place of apology. And then I got to a place of request. Sometimes I think we miss that moment with God where, yeah, you know, when you repent, that thing is over. You know, God didn't forget all about that. That it's us that be harping on those things and we can't get past it. The moment that we acknowledge where we have faulted at, the moment we stepped off, we acknowledge where we stepped off, the moment where we just say, yo, you know, I was wrong in this and all that. The moment you do that, God is like, boom, forgiven, we done, you know, cleanse. But it's us that are caught up on things that we can't advance in and we can't move in. And yesterday, as God started showing me areas that I needed to get right in my heart, I started seeing those are areas that I'm working super hard in. Those are areas that I'm putting my hand to the plow and exerting extra energy in that I really don't have to. All I got to do is clean my heart. When I clean my heart, I'm going to find my treasure. See, we try to get real deep with what the scripture says. If my treasure is where my heart is, let me go ahead and clean up my heart, because if I don't know where my heart is, I don't know where my treasure is, and then I cannot access my treasure. See, we have restricted areas that we can't access, all because we're not doing our part. God has given us access. He has. Come on now. If God didn't give us access, the Bible would not tell us that God has equipped us with everything that we need for our entire lives. It's not like when you turn 25 years old, then God said you can have this. No, God's not like the world. The Bible tells us that. It's the world that does that. The world tells you when you're 18, you can use tobacco products legally. The world tells you when you're 21, you can consume alcoholic products legally. But God gives you everything up front. God has given us access, but it's our limited understanding, our limited understanding, our limited wisdom, our limited revelation, and sometimes our limited time with God that has restricted us to areas that we can access. And because of that restriction, we have hard areas in our heart that are dirty and we need to clean it up so we can access our treasure, y'all. Yesterday when that was impressed upon me, I couldn't get up. Ain't no way. Let me tell y'all something. As much as I wanted to come on and I wanted to do the show and I wanted, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, I need to do this encouragement. The most I could do was put that post up to say, listen, it ain't all the work. Sometimes the work you need to put in ain't hard. It's your heart. You got to clean that thing up. See, it's times and things that we've experienced in time past that we say we are over and we've just swept them up under the rug. And all it takes is one experience to cause that thing to come back up and remind you of that old thing you thought you was over with. But because you didn't thoroughly clean your heart, because you didn't take the time out to say, God, listen, that thing hurt me. That thing bothered me. But I'm asking you to mend my heart. God, I'm asking you to just cleanse me completely, because we ain't take that time out. Let me tell you something. Old things resurface and we handle it the old way, but try to be the new us. We do. We try to be the new us. And we don't have time for that, y'all. As we go through these 30 days of being better, our better selves is making sure that we take care of us and handle us. So many times when we make these commitments and we make these vows and we do this and that, and we say, oh, we on this journey. Sometimes we take the journey to try to force betterment on others instead of looking at ourselves. I'm quite sure there's somebody who said, I'm going to do these 30 days. And the reason I'm going to do these 30 days is I'm going to be better, but I'm going to be better because I'm going to be able to tell people how to handle me better. I'm gonna be better because I'm gonna be able to tell people what they are and aren't gonna do. No. Let me be very clear with you. These 30 days is about you getting your own self together. It's about you looking in the mirror and saying, yo, I was off on that. I was all the way off and I missed it. See, we try to get so deep. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like being specific with God. This morning I was listening to I think it was Exodus. I think it was Exodus 11. I was listening to the book of Exodus while I was driving. And it talks about the mercy seat and how the instruction for the mercy seat was to build it a certain way. Now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that I'm real basic. Okay, I don't mind being basic. I'm good with it. I'm having this conversation with God while the thing is reading to me. And I told God, I said, first, God, I apologize. I so apologize because I ain't playing with my pudge no more. And I know y'all gonna laugh and be like, oh, here we go with this pudge. Let me tell y'all something that I learned this morning from listening to Exodus and listening to the instructions of how to construct, how to build the mercy seat. The instructions are to build it, so many cubits wide and long and high and deep and, all of that. Well, let me tell you something. If there are instructions so specific on how a mercy seat should be constructed, then surely I can be specific with God and expect him to be specific with me to get results in my life. See, if there is something in my heart that I am holding or an experience that I've had that I've allowed to get into my heart to the point that it causes me to manifest my emotions and my feelings in a negative way, then I should be able to be specific with God to say, this particular thing about this situation and or about this person bothered me to this point. And this is how it made me feel. This is what I did, and this is why I did it. Now, God, I need you to show me how to handle this. See, we try to be so vague with God like he don't know it all. Point blank, period. I'm about to tell y'all how the pudge fits in. Stand by. We try to be so vague with him like, God, I didn't like that, so I need you to help me. Well, what didn't you like about it? No. That showed me that I need to be so specific with God so that I can expect exact results in my life. See, if I go to God and tell him I want something vague, then I can't be mad when vague presents itself. I can't be mad at how that thing comes up. I ain't gonna never be mad at what God gives me. But let me be very clear with you. Because I'm custom made and custom designed, I do believe I can request custom made and custom designed. I can believe that. I believe that. God, you give me something so original and so unique that it is made for me. God, tailor make this blessing for my life. I can expect that because I took the time out to be specific enough with God. As I'm driving and I'm listening to this thing, the mercy seat, the construction and all that. Let me tell you something. I said, God, I am never going to play with you when I was talking about my pudge, because I believe that God gives us instruction that sometimes we allow to go so far over our heads that we can't get it. We can't apply it to our lives. I said, I will never allow things to be bigger than where they can fit. Check this out. If he's given instruction, not if, because instruction is given about how the mercy seat should be constructed, then, and it's like, let's just say, for example, the mercy seat was this big. Then why in the world am I going to allow a situation that I need mercy to come through on to get any bigger than this? Oh, no, no, no. You will fit in this mercy seat. Let me be very clear with you. So I said to me, I ain't gonna allow this, just me. I ain't coming for nobody. I ain't sending for nobody. Everybody applies it differently. That's on you. I'm not gonna allow myself to get bigger than where I can sit in a mercy seat. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow situations to overtake me. I'm not going to allow situations to overwhelm me. I'm not going to work hard. I'm going to search my heart and find out what's going on so that I can access my treasure. No longer am I going to allow situations from the past to be so deeply embedded in my heart that I cannot access my treasure. No longer am I going to allow those things to restrict access to the areas that I need to access that God has already given me access to. No longer am I going to allow things to hold me back to a point that I can't be specific enough with God like he was specific when he was describing the mercy seat. No longer am I going to hold myself back from the things that God has promised me, all because I won't do my part. Oh no, I'm going to realize that it's not always hard work that I got to put in, but there's something in my heart that I got to get right. Come on now, when our hearts are right, check this out. When our hearts are right and we have the desire to please God, that means we're righteous. And the Bible tells us that God withholds no good thing from the righteous. So let me tell you something. I can expect good things to flood my life. I can expect massive manifestation every single day of my life because my heart is right. Now, you got to search your heart. You got to clean that thing out. You do. You do. Yesterday in that moment, where God is talking to me about my heart, and I'm straight up, y'all, I was crying like a baby. I was crying. And God is telling me, like, yo, you got to get that thing together. Here I am, like, I'm on my 30 days, I'm praying and interceding for everybody. In that same moment, in that same time frame, I'm taking time for myself because I want to be better too, Don't be stingy. You can share that. I want to be better too. So, and that's where God took me. Like, you need to be better in your heart. Because there's a treasure. There's a treasure that I have for you. There's something that I need you to access. There's a level that I need you to elevate to. And in order to do that, you got to clean your heart. You got to go ahead and get all that stuff out. And yesterday I told God, I said, no more. I'm not doing that no more. I'm going to be so vocal about the things that bother me. Because let me be clear with you, okay? I'm going to revisit this on a very basic level, all right? You got something in your heart to clean out when you take a past experience and make that thing negative, and then it becomes a decision of the present. Case in point or example, let me just say. You're in the office and you let your coworker over there use your stapler. Well, the last time, they used your stapler, they jammed the stapler. So they come back over and then they gave you the stapler back. When they gave it back to you, it was jammed. But when you gave it to them, it wasn't jammed. So if they come over and ask you to use the stapler, that situation's going to come back in your mind. Well, what extra effort did it take for you to unjam the stapler? What, for you to say, oh no, because the last time you used my stapler, you jammed it. So let me staple it for you. Yo, you got something in your heart about a stapler. I'm just saying. And that thing is residing in your heart and taking up space where things that God has that he would like to put in your heart don't even have no room because you holding stuff about a stapler. Y'all, that used to be me. Before yesterday, I had to take a moment. I had to straight up take a moment and be like, yo, them little things like that. See, the Bible tells us it's the small foxes that spoil the vine. I'm not out here with no spoiled heart. I don't have time. Now, I'm not saying you can't use past experiences to make a present decision ever. I'm not saying that. I'm saying check your heart. Because sometimes you do have to take things, your experiences from the past and be like, I will never do that again. You don't have to worry about that. But a stapler though, yeah. I was petty like that until yesterday. God had to show me some things. And that wasn't what he talked to me about because y'all look like, not tell me. No, I'm not telling you that part. But yeah, there are some areas that God brought to my attention yesterday that I need to clean up. And then God told me this. And when you clean it up, don't worry about what other people say. And then I was like, what do you mean? Judgment. Y'all know, because I tell y'all all the time, don't judge me. Y'all, one day I'll finish the rest of that when I have time to explain it. But yeah, I was like, no, judgment. Judgment is the vocal expression of an opinion of someone who questions your faith. I'll say it again. The vocal expression of an opinion of someone who's questioning your faith. You don't know what my faith is. And because your faith ain't where my faith is, now you want to look at what I'm doing and question it, and now you're judging me. I don't have time for your judgments. Just because you don't understand my faith, maybe you should ask some questions before you judge me. That's all judgment is. So y'all go out here and live for God and be big in the life that you live, and don't worry about what people say and how they say it, because they don't understand your faith. They don't understand why you're doing what you're doing, when you do what you do, how you're doing it, when you do it. They don't know what God told you. They don't know how you believe it. They don't know how you slanging your faith in these streets. They don't know. They don't know the life that you live. They don't know. And because they don't know, they are acting in a space of ignorance. And that's called judgment. And we don't have time for that. So y'all don't have to worry about people judging y'all no more. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to be concerned about it. Go about God's business and have faith, because that's what you need to please God. And if they want to be out there and not please God, then let them do that. Don't you do that, though. So as we close out today, I really just wanted to encourage y'all to get your heart, clean your heart out. Clean your heart out. Take time out. We're on our 15th day. We're halfway there. Take time out and just ask God, like, yo, what areas? And it's usually a small one. Like the Bible says, small foxes spoil the vine. It's usually something so small and so petty that we're allowing to have big space in our lives, and we're just dismissing it to say, oh no, that's not a big deal. It's a big deal. It is a big deal in these streets. It really is. So just take time out and ask God, like, what area of my heart I need to get together. Yeah. And then the other thing we have to do today, I posted about today. The other thing we have to do is we got to invite God into our decisions before we make them. I had to ask myself that this morning. I post when I come out of my meditation and my time of prayer and stuff, if there's something that's dropped in my spirit. And that was something that dropped in my spirit as I was praying. God's like, yo, listen, how many times, when's the last time you asked me? When's the last time you asked me to help you make a decision and not just bless the one that you already made? See, we be quick. Let me tell you something. We think we be pulling wool over God's eyes, or we think we be so quick or doing things, a certain way. We just got to stop for a second. Just stop for a second and find out how we're really involving God in our lives. Check this out. Are you involving God in your life, or are you allowing him to rule over your life? I just want to know. It's just a question in these streets. See, God, I need you to run my life. I'm not mature enough yet to do this thing on my own. See, that's the kind of conversations I be having with God. And I be straight up. God, let me tell you something. Don't let me do this thing out here by myself. Because see, the Bible tells me all that I am and all that I will ever be is by the grace of God. So God, run this right here. Because if I run it, let me tell you something. That thing going to be in shambles. That thing is going to be in shambles and crumbles and all of that. No. God, what decision am I supposed to make? Instead of God. Check this out, y'all, because we do this. We do it. And we don't know we do it sometimes until somebody brings it to our attention. But y'all, we do that. We make a decision. The people offer us a job, right? Well, we own a people job and they offer us a promotion, and the money sounds so good that it don't even matter how much work you got to put into it. It don't matter how much it's going to take from your personal life. It doesn't matter. That money sound good. So you accept it. And then after you accept it, you say, God, bless this position I'm going in. Give me wisdom, give me strength. Not that you shouldn't do that. Always do that. But did you ask God before you took the position? Did you find out if it was going to take you away from serving opportunities? Did you find out if he had something better lined up for you? Did you find out if that's where you even supposed to be doing? Did you find any of that? Did you ask him? I'm just asking. Yo, can we get to a place where we ask God for the decision we supposed to make? And not always ask him to just, God, I'm gonna make this decision. Then you can get involved and bless it. Come on now, y'all. Y'all know that ain't, listen. Y'all know y'all don't like to come behind nobody and clean up nobody else's work. Why in the world are we making God the clean up man by default? I ain't never read that in the Bible. I have never read where he is by default the cleanup man. Now, I have read that he will come through. Now, he does. He's a redeemer. He's a protector. He's a provider. Listen, God comes through, healer, all of that. He's all of that. But yo, listen, do we have to make him the default cleanup man all the time? Come on now. Ask yourself that question like, yo, God, come on, clean this up. I made this mess. Not that he minds, but does it have to be your life all the time? Come on, if you don't like repeating yourself, what makes you think God like repeating himself? I mean, he do it. We do stuff we don't want to do. He does it. He ain't gonna never leave us out there. But come on, y'all, can we mature in some things and give God bigger problems or bigger things or bigger situations and challenges and stuff to prove himself in? I thought about that thing this morning. I said, oh, I'm about to check this out. I know because I'm cleaning my heart, God gonna do bigger things. Well, good. Now God gets to show himself faithful and get the glory through my life and bigger things instead of small things. Listen, I am over and done with God getting glory and getting my bills paid. No. Let me be very clear. God, go ahead and get the glory and be big in contracts that I'm going to sign, promotions that are coming my way, this good reality TV show. God, go ahead and get the glory in those things. Not no small thing. I'm over that. I have matured. And y'all, you can be specific like that too. That's the conversations I'm having with God. God, I done clean my heart in this area, and I'm expecting you to show up and show out like this. No longer am I reducing you. I'm not letting you be involved. I'm letting you run all of this. See, I did that before. That thing ain't work. I was operating at small levels, but you designed me to be big in everything that I do. If you didn't design me to be big, then why would you promise me massive manifestation? Now, that's a word for somebody. Somebody needed to hear that. Why in the world would God promise you something that you couldn't even contain? Come on now. Your life is more than capable of containing the things that God has promised you. God will never put more on us than we can bear. His word promises us that. So why in the world would he promise you something that you can't handle, your life can't uphold, your life can't maintain, and your life can't function in? That's not the God that we serve. So I just wanted to remind you of that. Clean your heart up. And then let him run some things. Let him run your life. God, run me. Run this. Okay, let me be very clear. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. I only know about you. So go ahead and just do it. How about I go ahead and be about your business over here, you handle mine? Yo, God, let me tell you something. Every single time you read a promise, rejoice. Because God has given you the ability to function in that thing. You big enough for it. God has promised us massive this year. Well, guess what? All this is massive. My tolerance is massive. If that's an area that you was dealing with, yo, go ahead and talk to those things that you've been dealing with and let them know no longer am I small in that area like I used to be. Yo, when I used to get aggravated and irritated and bothered, oh, no longer, because that's massive now. The things that I didn't tolerate before, I will have wisdom on how to handle now. Come on now. Listen. God ain't about to do that. God ain't in the business of destroying people. That's people. People in that. God ain't in that. So, yo, go ahead and let God be who he is, like how he promised, and let him run some stuff instead of making decisions and then be like, God, was that right? Okay, now make it right and bless it. Come on now. Yo, I am maturing and elevated to I have matured and elevated to a level where God's going to get the glory and bigger things in my life. Them small things, I've chucked the deuces. That's what it is. Hey, listen, I trust that You have gotten encouraged today, motivated, inspired, infused with hope, empowered. I trust that my transparency and scriptural support today is something that pushed you, compelled you to be like, yo, this life that I live for God, yo, I'm about to take this thing to another level. I'm about to go deeper with God, and I'm going to clean my heart, because there are some things in my heart that I did not recognize, or things that I kept putting to the side or brushing up under the rug that I just got to deal with. I can't expect different results in my life if I don't address the things that need to be addressed. Yo, your treasure, you need to know where that's at, because that's where your heart is too. Who wants a dirty treasure? Nobody wants no dirty treasure. Nobody wants that. Don't let nobody tell you they don't want that. They don't. And that's not God's best for your life. Let me just go ahead and tell you that. Listen, I got to get out of here. I have definitely enjoyed my time today. Thank y'all so very much for allowing me to be a part of your day. I definitely don't take it for granted. Tomorrow, Winning Wednesday, we're going back into some conversation. And tomorrow, I think that, tomorrow we're going to start talking about emotional intelligence and emotional placement and emotional absence. We're going to start talking about that, because I do believe that's a conversation that we can definitely get closed out by Friday. But I got to get out of here. I've enjoyed my day. Thank y'all so very much for allowing me to be a part of your morning. It definitely would not be the same. And y'all are thebomb.com. Of course, I'm going to pray for you. God, thank you for being the amazing God that you are. As we go through our day, God, we're requesting that you show us our heart. God, what areas in our heart do we need to clean up? What areas in our heart do we need to address, God? The areas that we've put so much hard work in, God, show us if there's something in our heart that we need to cleanse. Because, God, you promised us some things, and you've given us the capacity, you've given us the ability to function, to have wisdom in it, and to live it out, God. And we desire that for our lives. So, God, as we make this 30-day commitment to be better for the kingdom, God, to not allow things that are of darkness and things that are not of your will to be a part of our lives, God. Make us bigger, make us bolder, show us the authority that you've given us, God. God, help us along the way, God, because if you don't help us, we won't make it. So, God, today, this day that you've made, we commit to rejoicing, and we're committing to be glad in it. God, we've already committed to be your best natural representation here in the earth. So, God, our request today is that your will be done through our lives, not ours. God, all that we are and all that we will ever be is by your grace, just as your word declares, God. So, God, let your grace be present in our lives today. Rule over us. Run some things in our lives, God, whereby you get the glory and you get the honor. That's the overall result that we desire today, Father. And it's in your son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I got to get out of here. I do. Thank y'all so very much for hanging out with me. Tomorrow, I'll be right here with you, kicking off your day with great encouragement, motivation, inspiration, and hope. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. As always, have an amazing day and much love.